At 38 years old, female, I think my marriage to my 42 years old husband is over and I need help. I'm 38 years old and my husband is 42. We've been together for 16 years with 2 kids. For the most part, our relationship has been good, but the past year has been difficult for me, and I think I've reached my breaking point. I've been a stay-at-home mom for most of our marriage, out of necessity. My husband was building his business, so we needed the flexibility of me being home. I did all the normal stay-at-home mom stuff. About 3 years ago, I started to feel some fatigue, so we agreed I'd go back to school. I graduated with my 2-year degree and started nursing school. That's when things started to get rough. My husband started making snide comments about things he was doing at home. The comments started getting more frequent and meaner. He started getting resentful of the time I was at school or volunteering. I got a job where I work a few days a week. It's really empowering. Over the past few months, I've become more independent. Through nursing school, I've made new friends that I like to spend time with. This apparently bothered my husband, though he never verbalized it. I would come home from an activity to rage on his part. He'd yell at me, call me names, and say hurtful things. He went through and read my text messages. When I come home, I never know how he'll react. He's hanging up on me, ignoring me, and treating me really badly. He twists my words. I feel like I'm dying inside. Any self-esteem I've gained, he's crushing. I feel like I did when I was in an abusive relationship, walking on eggshells. I'm home most nights. I might go out with friends once or twice a week. I'm just done. I'm so tired of feeling badly about myself, like I'm doing something wrong. I've tried to talk about all of this, but he's not interested in counseling. The problem is, I don't want my marriage to be over. He tells me that my independence bothers him, that he feels like I don't need him anymore. But he won't do anything to resolve these feelings. About a month later, I asked him for a separation and he agreed. I moved out and got my own place. It turned out to be the best thing for all of us. We share custody of our children, and they transitioned to public school and are doing very well. It's been hard, but worth it. We're all so much happier now, and my ex and I are working really well together to co-parent our kids, and we're even friends. We'll always be there for each other, but we're better off apart. My ex and I split last year. We're on good terms and share custody of our kids. I graduate in December and I hate the state that I live in. Now that I'm single again, I've been exploring the idea of moving, namely to the East Coast. I feel like this is my chance. I have a trip planned in September to get a feel for the area. The hard part is, we have kids. I'd never force them to come with me, and they are old enough to make their own choices about where they want to live. But would I be a jerk putting them in the situation, having them make a choice? I don't want to mess up my kids' lives. I didn't end up moving. I stayed in Texas because I couldn't leave my kids. I'm glad I stayed. My youngest graduates high school this year, and I've been here for it all. My ex and I are on great terms. He's one of my best friends. He's not a bad person, he just doesn't know how to express himself. It turns I'm a lesbian. I also dropped out of nursing school as I was diagnosed with breast cancer in 2019. As for now, I'm working, I'm healthy and happy. I'm planning to move states in the next year to 2 after my girls are settled into college.